Hey Pisces, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I'm doing a love reading for you guys this month because, it's February, why not? I'm using my Crystal Visions deck, and we're just going to pull a few cards and see what comes up. Ooh, we got the honeymoon period card. Interesting. So at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. So this is the card where you walk away from a situation, and it can be really tough because lots of times you've invested an incredible amount of energy and emotional energy, mental energy, time, just a huge investment, and to just walk away is very difficult, almost counterintuitive. It's like, but I put in so much time. So it's really difficult to get to this point when you realize, I need to be done with this and move on. This is no longer healthy. So being at the bottom of the deck, you see she's coming out of the water, so she's leaving an emotional situation. It's like this pool is for her. It's soured, it's stagnant, and she needs to move on to some fresh water. So at the bottom of the deck, that to me means that perhaps you're still potentially bringing some baggage from the past into new relationships, and to really sort of think about, have I let that go? How I left that behind? Like, bring the wisdom of the lessons you've learned, but try not to bring the baggage and the potentially negative mindset that every new relationship will end up that way or go the same way, because you never know how a relationship is going to be until you're in it and have put a lot of time in it, because it takes a long time for people to really be themselves around each other, to really totally be able to determine if they're compatible. Um, well, I'm gonna go right to here. You have the Knight of Wands, which is the honeymoon period card. I call it. It's the passion. It's when you meet someone, you just can't leave each other alone, and you just eat, sleep, breathe them, and it's anything that you can think about. You drop your friends if you're, an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. But you just want to be with them. You have to touch them all the time. It's that really wonderful time. It's not usually sustainable to that level, but you have these grounded cards around. So you have this Ten of Pentacles, which is a very grounded card. It's about many generations and smart long-term investments. So I do feel, for some of you who are feeling this passionate energy, whether you're meeting someone new or you sort of are in this honeymoon period, it does have the potential to be a long-standing relationship. But it will, you will need to make sure that you stay grounded and you just don't get swept away without being smart about it. So this could, the Chariot cards here as well, and I mean, you could move with someone. That's possible. You guys could take a trip together. Maybe you're going to Disney World. I just saw the castle in the background. Um, Obviously, that won't be for very many people. This card reminds you to not to, like I was saying, not to lose yourself, and remember where you were going, where your goal was, where you were headed. And that doesn't mean there's no compromise in these relationships, but not to get swept up into a completely different way, and lose yourself in a new person. That you need to make sure that you sort of keep a foot in both, in the relationship, and also in your own life, and what legacy you want to leave on the world, what your foundation is, where your overall stability is. I just want to see what's underneath these. The Seven of Wands, the Star, and the Emperor. Yeah, a lot of definitely cards about. So if this was with the 8 of Cups, the walking away. Don't, if you're walking away from someone, don't get sucked back in. Don't get dragged down to level. But you just, you don't need to let them. If they want to like obsessively make you explain why you left, you don't need to do that. You be nice about it. You don't need to be cruel about it, but you don't need to explain yourself over and over again. So don't let someone get you on the defensive, and there will be healing here. And and the Emperor says you have to make decisions based on what's best for you, and it doesn't mean you're selfish and not thinking about other people or the other person, but ultimately it's your life and you are the one that has to be happy with your decisions and live with your decisions. And your decisions aren't always, you can't make everyone happy, but you sure as hell better make sure you're making yourself happy because, again, you're the one that has to live with the consequences of those decisions. But you have this beautiful healing energy, so don't settle. Don't it's better to be alone and get some healing time in, and and don't settle and for something that deep down isn't right, isn't going to give you the long-term foundation of a relationship that's everything that you want, whether that's going to look different for everyone else. um, but I think if you are able to stand on your own and really know where you're going, then you attract someone. Look, it's almost like he's going to gallop up on the horse and keep up with you instead of sweep you away. And that's what you want. You want someone who's going to match your enthusiasm, match your vibration, as people like to say, and come along for the ride where you're both, hey, we're both going the same way. So there's no resentment that can build up, and things that can happen in a relationship. But definitely some of you are going to get swept off your feet. I see that coming. And for some of you, I mean, there's just going to be, your relationship's going to feel really grounded and solid, and maybe meeting some sort of new milestone, like moving in together, getting married, buying a house, things like that, long-term things that couples tend to do, to really build a life together. So have fun, woohoo, with this Knight of Wands. It's very fun, nice energy. Just don't get consumed by it. Have a fun February. Looks like it should be a good one. Take care. Bye.